Well, that's another wrap for the Heikadelic Show, folks. So time to get.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it happened. We're happening.
That almost turned out okay.
Yeah, almost.
Except for, I don't know, this new programmer producer guy, he put on the outro instead of the intro.
Yeah, but he figured it out pretty damn quick, so we're good to go.
Yeah. We should go talk to him.
Yes. Good evening, listeners. Good evening, co-host and friends and everybody. Nice to have you back on the Heikadelic Show. Man, another week just blew by. Like, holy crap.
Yeah, it did.
Weather's been good though. Nice weather though.
It was great weather. Great.
Yeah.
I couldn't complain. And did everybody have a good week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Did you guys do anything cool on the weekend or anything? Or
well, I do something cool every weekend. This weekend actually it was my partner's birthday, so we celebrated and took it easy and had nice lunch, dinner kind of thing. And yeah, we had a good time.
Good relaxing time.
Pretty relaxing. And, just I want to mention, just in case if nobody has noticed yet, we don't have Mr. Ringo on tonight.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I knew.
No.
Yeah,
I might have fooled you with my name.
Look at Derek's new name.
Oh, I thought I didn't want to say anything. I thought maybe he got fired last week because I wasn't.
No, he's Johnny tonight.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Johnny come lately.
Yes, because our real Johnny is out in the bush. He didn't make it back in time for the show. We wish him fun, and I hope he's having a good time up there.
Well, I think he had to use that tailgate bucket he was talking about. And he got stuck or something. I don't know.
Tailgate pooper pot or whatever he's got going there.
Yeah.
Good for him. That's awesome.
It's out in the woods surviving.
And George, you were away last week.
I
was. You want to share with what happened last week?
Yeah, my son got married on the quiet. He didn't let anybody know. It was just him and Kelly and his friend Rich and his wife was because they just didn't want a big fuss. He just did it in a park in Toronto at like 11 o'clock in the morning last Monday. But then we went down, afterwards. But he just didn't want any fuss because of all the restrictions. Next year he'll have the party, but just want to sign all the papers, make everything the real deal.
Nice.
Because they've been together a few years now, so and they've been hanging on. So
just make it official.
Yeah, make it all official. Yeah, for all that stuff, and for Georgia and everything. Yeah, so it's
great. Good.
Yeah.
So what you do this weekend, George? You do anything?
Watch a lot of sports on the TV. That's all I ever watch on TV. And,
just sports.
And I got really pissed off with my team back in England, Manchester United, which I don't usually get that bothered, but I don't know what was wrong with this weekend. I was ranting and raving and messaging people, which I don't usually do. I go, we lost again or whatever,
But, sounds like you got pretty excited.
We got our first dropout because of no Ringo.
Oh, there.
Thanks, buddy. This guy's leaving us here.
Oh, that's right. That's probably Ringo under a pseudonym.
Well, you know what? Todd, you suck. How's that?
Well, I'll tell you what, Todd. Instead of having Ringo tonight, we can have Fang by night.
Wow.
And why don't we bring on Fang by night just because he's...
What is he, just some guy you found or something, or what?
Yeah, he's just some guy. We were walking by a ditch and he had earphones on. I'm like, hey, do those work? And he's like, yep. So
he was playing a tune, wasn't he? He said he was playing a tune.
He was playing his organ.
In the ditch. Okay, so we found a guy playing his organ in the ditch, and we're going to bring him on the show.
And it was a good version.
Did he at least have a beer bottle in his other hand?
Well, He can't have a beer bottle until he hears the song. Wait. Oh, he did before the song. Oh.
He's new. You found him in a ditch. What do you want? He doesn't know.
Found him in a ditch playing his organ.
Cheers, everybody. Woo!
You can officially drink now on the show.
Yeah, that's the best introduction I've ever had. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So, Derek, what made you want to bring this guy out of the ditch? Did he just look lonely or sad or just thirsty? Like, what the hell?
He did. He was kind of homely, and I was like, I felt bad for him. So I was like, I brought a kitten home once, and I just thought, hey, I can bring a human home too. Why not?
Wow.
He almost cleans up half decent.
Jeez. Nicely done. Well, I think you better put the beer down and get something stronger with comments like that, calling you homely and shit.
Well, the real reason I wanted to bring him on is obviously for self-promotion.
So here, let's have a shot for you.
There we go.
I'd have to go upstairs to get my shot, but I'll have another drink.
Okay.
All right.
Cheers.
Just putting it out there for you.
And ask her to bring you down a drink?
I can message her.
There you go. Bring me a beer.
Yeah.
No, not a beer. I thought we were doing shots.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll do shots.
About doing a bunch of shots. So
perfect.
Well, here we go.
So
kidding. We know.
I just came. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it.
Oh, look at
I was on Sault Ste. Marie at lunchtime today. Drove like a bat out of hell to get here on time.
What were you doing to Sault Ste. Marie?
How far is that from?
Well, it's a 1,300-kilometer round trip.
Holy wow!
Yeah,
you had to go through Canada too. I'm assuming, right? No, because I know it's quicker to go through the States to get to Sault Ste. Marie.
I don't know that. I've never tried that, but nah, I'd rather drive in Canada. Yeah. The border stuff's probably not so good right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're going to miss out on one of the longest bridges in North America and Adventure Town, USA, which is a really crappy little amusement park in Michigan.
Oh yeah,
it sucks.
Oh,
it sucks.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have had time to stop anyways. I just would have honked my horn and waved, and that would have been it.
So what were you doing up there?
I went to do the Agua Canyon train ride.
Nice.
It's the one that it goes from Sault Ste. Marie. It goes 114, I believe, or 115 miles north into the bush. Yeah. And then you get to go out there and do some sightseeing, some waterfalls, lookout points, stuff like that. But what an incredible train trip that was.
Is this just a sightseeing train, or is it like only goes up there at certain times? Yeah, it's just sightseeing. Nice.
It's kind of funny because they reduced the season this year because of COVID. Yeah. Which I think is the biggest crap known to mankind. Like, why do you have to reduce your season because of COVID? Like, the trees don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just everybody do your stuff, do your due diligence, season, right? What's
that? Last week I went to a store. It was the liquid store, right? And I'm there, and I'm like, getting a few bits and pieces off the shelves. Went in the back with a beer. Came back to the front, and I go, because it's quiet. It was last Wednesday night, but it was about 8 o'clock, right? And I'm like, oh shit, I've not got a mask on. Totally forgot to put my mask on.
I did that at work this week as well.
Yeah. I just thought, wow. I mean, I've done it a couple of times where I've started to walk somewhere, then gone back to the van.
Yeah.
I've gone in, that's,
I've done it a few times this weekend.
Yeah.
But if you want to see something amazing, it's pretty cool. Like it's a very narrow cut pathway. It's one railway, like one train track.
Yep.
And it spots the branches of the bushes are actually touch the trees as they're going around the corners. Yeah.
Nice.
Wow. And the only thing they did, which really freaked me out, is it's hard to get tickets. First of all, because it's only on for a limited period of time. Like it's a fall colors trip, is what it is.
Yeah.
So they shortened it to 2 weeks because of COVID. And then, so what my wife and I did is we heard that on a certain day the tickets are going on sale. So we waited till midnight. And at 12:01, we tried to get tickets, but you couldn't get into the system. It was kind of weird. But then I read The Office wasn't open until 7 a.m. So I figured, okay, you can start getting them at 7.
Right.
So we did the same thing. We got in at 7. Bam, we got our tickets like right away, and everything was cool. And then a couple weeks later, I get this email from the company, and they said, we're very, very sorry, blah, 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 heavy heart, all this kind of stuff. We've refunded half of the tickets. So check your bank accounts to see if your money's being refunded. And I'm like, what? Holy shit, right? So I flip out and I call the guy, and he looks at my name and said, no. He says, you're good. I said, thank God. So.
Did you say you're welcome?
Yeah, I did.
Thank God.
You mentioned it was a fall colors tour. It's like, I know Sault Ste. Marie is quite a fair ways north from here. Are the colors really that like fall-y up in Sault Ste. Marie?
They are right now. Like it's.
There we go. Yeah. All right.
Oh, perfect. It's. There you go. Look at that.
Professional.
I'd say it's probably perfect. There's some trees that have lost their leaves already here and there.
Okay.
But it was very colorful. It was really good. I think a lot of people said, oh, we got to wait later because they're looking around here. Right. But I think it's going to be too late up there.
Well, yeah, it's colder the farther north you go, right?
Yeah.
So it's a 2-week season, been reduced to 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
there's normally 1 week in September and 1 week in October, and that's it.
And what was it in normal times, like pre?
I'm not sure. I think maybe it might have been 3 or 4 weeks.
Probably
I never looked at
October, right?
Yeah, I never really looked into it before, but it was something very cool. Something I'm glad I did, and I was actually very surprised too. Sault Ste. Marie, I've been there a couple of times. It's I'm not going to say a bad place, but it's got its sketchy parts, and I've never heard really good stuff about it.
Okay.
But I was pretty impressed. The people were very nice there. There was a lot of great places to go and eat, which we did. And I'm going to go back again. Maybe go ice fishing.
Maybe go to a House of show.
Yeah, maybe if they're ever up that way. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
What does the train do the rest of the year then? If like,
I must just sit around. I don't know.
Crazy.
It was 3 locomotives and 16 passenger cars.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a good sized train. That goes pretty long, right?
Wow.
Half capacity.
I know in Uxbridge they have a train track that goes from Uxbridge to Stouffville, right? And
I've done that.
Yeah, me too. I did it. They used to have an escape room on it, right?
Okay.
They always have different things, right? I actually thought it would be neat if we could get on there for a Halloween theme thing, but they only do it for 3 or 4 times a year. Like they have Thomas the train, they just come there and drop Thomas, and they don't even move him. Like he just sits at the station, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, man. Because I guess they ship this Thomas around all over, but it's just a locomotive that they got done up, and it actually, like it's a train, but it just doesn't.
Well,
run.
I used to work in Uxbridge, and one day I left work, and I thought I was seeing something. A train went by, and at the end of the train was Thomas.
Yeah.
So he was attached to the train. I don't know if he was pushing it or pulling it, but he was attached to it.
Yeah.
And I managed to get a picture. But never seen that before.
Thomas the Tank Engine. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. With Sir Topham Hatt, was he there?
Sir, yeah, of course Sir Topham Hatt's there. My dog Bourbon just came in.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, no, they had Sir Topham Hatt. They actually, it's almost like the whole village. Like they have people walking around who are in character, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you the characters' names because I think that would have been Thomas the Train was when my daughter was into stuff.
Yeah.
That's 21 years ago.
Yeah. But that train goes super slow.
Yeah.
The one.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like walking speed.
Hi, Pam.
Yeah. The one I was on was it's doing like 60, 65 kilometers an hour. So it's moving along not too bad.
That is. That's trucking.
Yeah. Well, especially on that tight tour, right?
65 miles an hour is 100, 110 kilometers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, 65 kilometers an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? I gotta say it. There's
Should I get mute ready?
yeah, just in case I screw up.
Don't you guys have a beep? Like a swear?
Well, we're not on indie rock. We're not on indie rock, so we're okay.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, fuck! Right on.
Yeah, there you go. You just said fuck.
Shit, yeah, I did, bitch.
Yeah. So there was a group of people on the one end of the train car. Like they took, I think there was like a group of 24, so they took up a whole big area.
Yeah.
Now these people, I guess, wanted to chat with each other and stuff like that. But they're a big group, so they were farther apart. So they would stand up and yell over each other to talk to each other back and forth. And then the train is like a scenic train. It's a tour train, so they have announcements come over and they tell you about, you know, the steel mill they got there. There's a pulp mill they got there. A lot of history stuff. So when the announcements would come on, these fucking people would talk even louder. So now there's people on the train getting super angry because they can't hear what's going on, and these people are just cackling and blah 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 and whatever. So I had to go and get the conductor and tell them we got an issue down there. People are getting mad. Can you do something about it? Like you know,
It's people being rude.
Yeah, like
they're being rude. But then when you try and tell people something like that, then they get all, you know, they get all pissy and shitty because, you know, someone's saying something to them and blah, 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 blah. And they're the ones that always are crying out about the same thing, and now they're doing it. So you know what? If you want respect other people first, and you'll get it. It's very, very simple.
It is.
Just a little one of these to you.
Well, I'll tell you what, Heikos. Let's maybe change your mood a little bit and look at George's backside.
Oh,
let's do that.
You're right. Looking at my backside.
Wow.
All right, George.
All the ladies are tuning in now. They want to see George's backside.
Yeah.
Wow, that looks like a bunch of picture frames.
I had to blot out the.
Yeah, you did.
The name of the album and the name of the band.
You gotta stop getting these glossy albums because
I know, but I thought this would be a good one because I don't want you to get it, Derek. There's the band. There's the actual band right there.
I can't.
I have a guess who it is.
Well, you can ask a question. You can ask a question before we have a guess.
So, folks, any of you that are watching and can see this, that is the backside of the album. Can you guess who the band is? And even if you can guess what the album is.
Is it three main people?
Three main people.
Yeah, it's like the name of the band, Three People.
No.
So much for that guess.
Okay, so it's not Emerson, Lake and Palmer?
It's not Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Okay. That's who I was thinking.
George is on that buzzer today, man.
I love that buzzer.
He likes hitting that buzzer when I
do
grow
like hitting this buzzer.
Moving Pictures?
Moving Pictures. Was that Rush?
No,
that was my next guess.
That's not a Rush album.
So, people,
no,
send us in a text on Facebook or YouTube. It'll come up on the bottom of the screen if you have any guesses to who this is. We'll get you a prize or something somehow, and
you get satisfaction.
Don't you guys have a?
Oh, wait a second, George. Did you just give us a little hint there?
What did I say?
I think I know who now.
Cheers! Sorry, I did a toast without you there. Let's do a shot.
Are they on our side of the pond or yours? Are they from your side of the pond or ours?
Are they British? You're saying?
Yeah.
Or are they from England?
Well, we'll say British. British.
They're not British.
No. Okay.
They're not British.
I'm surprised you guys don't have like a Vanna White to go and show the prizes. You know?
We do. We got George.
No, well, we don't have Ivana White because we don't have any prizes either.
Yeah.
George, no, White. What's the point of playing then?
Well, George is the cutest out of all of us, so he's the one that gets to hold it up. You know what I mean?
It's an album.
He's Pat and Vanna all rolled into one.
Yeah, this is what happens. They had a baby and it turned out to be me.
Is that the leftover fireball? John wants to know if that's the leftover fireball.
Yes, yeah. John, it is. Absolutely. Cheers.
Thanks, John.
John was my partner in crime on the train this weekend, and everything. So it was awesome.
You guys didn't smuggle Mickey a fireball on there, did you?
We wouldn't do a thing like that. What are you thinking here?
Did you bring one of those pens too, the THC pens?
Yeah, I brought all my cream and ointment and drops and
like
everything. Yeah. Woo.
Nice. So, it's not Emerson, Lake and Palmer. It's not Moving Pictures.
Who did Moving Pictures? Who did that?
Rush.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, no, it's not Rush. No, it's not Rush.
Man.
And they're not from the UK.
And they're not from the UK. So it's are they American?
Are they American?
Oh, it's
wow.
Canadian.
No, they're not American. No, they're not American.
Platinum Blonde?
Who said that?
Tamara.
Oh,
he's all over it. It sounds like we're at a Leafs game right now.
I know. He's got that buzzer going big time.
The red light behind him.
I used to do the red light, didn't I? Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Only if you got it right, because I think I've got the hockey one. We would do it right tonight. If anyone guesses tonight.
Cool.
I did have it here somewhere.
Oh, Mara said, fuck.
That's for who. We'll play that again for whoever gets it right.
All right.
Yes. All right.
But the red light's packed away behind there. So.
Well, I guess we'll have to come back to that later. We'll flash it up again and see if we get anybody else who can chime in.
Well, that was their last album they did. That was the last album they recorded.
This one, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Album they recorded. Oh. No, okay, no.
No, it's not that.
I was going to say Zeppelin, but then.
What are you thinking?
Yeah. No, I know I'm wrong, George.
Okay. I won't give you the buzzer treatment. I won't give the buzzer treatment on that one.
What year?
I think it was 1980, possibly early 81.
81.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No idea.
Yeah.
All right.
Our guest has been on for like 25 minutes, and he's not had a
I know.
I'm having
a great time.
What the guy we found in the ditch? At least I'm doing shots with him.
The guy we found in the ditch playing his organ.
Yeah. One-handed.
He was playing with his organ that he got from a church.
Also, listen, we drove the wife's Grand Cherokee up there with the Hemi in it.
Oh yeah, and the pipes on it.
With the pipes? Oh, man, what a fun ride. We scared the shit out of some people. You know the guys that are sleeping behind the wheel?
Yeah.
So you pass them, and just as you're passing, you just punch it, and the pipes open up full out. Scare the crap out of people. Smart. But you know what? That thing, when we got home tonight, I don't know if you know anything about mileage, but we got 10.6 liters per 100 kilometers with a Hemi.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're booking it on 7 hours flat from the Sioux home. And so it's pretty good driving.
I used to have a Dodge. It wasn't a Hemi. It was an SRT Caliber.
Okay.
And it was putting out. The
4-cylinder.
Yeah, the 4-cylinder. The big.
Those are quick. Those are nice.
Yeah. So, anyways, it was putting out over 400. I had over 400 horsepower out of a 4-cylinder. So I could cruise at like 7.7 liters, per 100.
Yeah.
And I could also punch it and watch my gas gauge move. But that
you know what? I test drove that car.
Yeah.
And I wanted to buy it because it was such a handful of power. It was amazing to drive. But I didn't fit in the car because they all had sunroofs and they all had manual seats. And my head was up against the roof. I couldn't fit in the car. Yes.
Hey, I'm 6'1". I fit in it.
I'm an inch shorter than you, and I could not. So my torso must be taller than yours. You must have longer legs.
Yeah.
But my head was actually up against the frame where the sunroof is.
Huh.
So I had to put the seat like way back and drive like the little Geno kids do. And I said, I'm not doing that.
It's called the gangster lean, just so you know.
Gangster lean?
Yeah,
right.
You have your seat back, your head's by the pillar. So if you get shot at, the bullet the pillar,
Where the hell did you hear that? I've never heard that before.
I've heard that.
It's a little thing. It's a gangster lean. You sit low, you lean back.
I have no idea.
Yeah. You see the arm up on the window, but you can't see the head, just the hair.
Yeah.
And that's why those guys can't drive worth a shit, because they can't see their blind spot because the post is in the way, and yeah. No.
Yeah. I gangster lean just because I'm 6'1" and I have to have the seat back, so I'm not like this.
Who was that big, humongous guy? They took the front seat out and they sat in the back of the little Honda Civic.
Oh, that was Hightower off of. Oh my God! Police
Academy. Yeah, Hightower.
He had a Mini and he ripped the seat out, or a Honda.
Honda, sat in the back seat. Yeah.
Hightower. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
So, anyways, Matt, I hear you play in a band.
Really?
In the ditch?
Where did you hear that? Yeah, only in ditches these days.
Well, I was wondering, when you're not in a ditch playing your organ, how's it been?
Oh my God!
COVID playing music in venues.
Hang on, what band are you in?
Oh, wow!
Go
ahead, Matt.
The House of Haunt.
House of Haunt. You were wearing our hat earlier.
Was that those scary guys that were over at the Rock Pile a couple weeks ago?
Well, they were haunt. Buy their merch, or they will haunt you.
Yes, I'm in the House of Haunt, and we played the Rock. There's the hat. There we go. We actually sold out of hats that night.
Wow!
I went and looked at our supplier of those hats. They're sold out. They're sold out. Like, we can't get those hats anymore. So I've been trying to do toques.
Really?
What you got to do? Yeah. Well, I mean, seasonal.
Well, I could sell you this hat back for a good price.
Actually, the funny thing too is I sold out on hats, and then the Red Duke was like, "I thought you were going to save me one of those," and I'm like, "Well, you didn't pay, so we sold your hat." You got, and we sold out of those too. We sold out of the voodoo.
You sold out of these guys too?
I was supposed to be doing that tonight. I was supposed to be sewing more dolls tonight.
What? Putting the eyeballs on them, or what?
I do the whole thing.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. We're big sewers in this household.
Do you stuff them with your organ as well?
I stuff them with whatever's lying around.
Whatever will get into the
pubic
leg.
hair, old lint, dryer sheets.
Oh my God!
I go to barber shops. They like to keep the hair for wigs, but the stuff with lice in it, they give that away for free.
What do you do with the stuff with crabs in it? You make mustaches out of it.
I give it to your mama.
Oh, my mom and me and my dad share yours. Mama jokes.
See, I had this laying beside me, and I wondered what it was. I thought the cat shit under the couch, but now I know what it is.
Do you want to know what I was sewing on one? We were playing.
George can't believe we're having this conversation.
No, it's great.
we were playing at Bannock Shack, this party out in Roblin, Ontario. That's out by Napanee, and I was sitting there, smoking a joint, and I was sewing one of these, and I was like, man, maybe I should stick some pot in it. And then, all of a sudden, sell it to somebody who's like got to cross the border, right? So they get fucking busted with pot. And they'll remember the House of Haunt forever.
Good this isn't mine, it was given to me.
Yeah. Good marketing ploy that. I like it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Well, I figured, you put a gram of pot in it, you could sell it for $10 more.
Yeah, you could. Well, when I went to the show, they paid me to take this home. So I don't know how you guys make any money.
All the money's in the bathroom. The reach arounds. Stall number 2.
So listen, do you guys have any shows coming up?
We have a bunch.
Yeah?
Actually, post-COVID has been very nice to us.
Explain why. Why? What's going on?
There's just
dude.
Wow, I thought that was a sound effect. That was you should have recorded that.
Yeah, I could smell that one. Jesus.
Oh, I can taste it, yeah.
So
this doesn't happen when Ringo's running the show, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Sorry.
So
people
what's going on?
They're ready for shows again.
Of course they are.
There's actually lots of factors going into why this is a good time for a band to be playing again. One, people obviously missed live music. They're ready to get it back, and they missed it so much that they're like, I need to support this even more because like I missed out on all that time. So I kind of owe the bands because I know it's a business for them, and if business isn't good, well, they're not going to do it. So we're kind of getting some extra money and some extra love from people who miss us. As well, there's no touring acts. There's no international acts. So like those days where you book a show at a local bar on a Saturday, but Metallica is playing at the Budweiser stage, those don't happen. So you're getting more of an audience because you're the only show in town, or one of the only shows in town, or the biggest show in town.
Right.
And then on top of it, like I'm telling you, get vaccinated, guys. If you're in a band, get vaccinated, because I've seen in the past 2 or 3 weeks a bunch of bands have to leave a bill. There was that period of time where bars were open again, but the vaccine passport wasn't mandated. And so people were joining on bills. And now I've had 2 or 3 shows where I had to rebook because bands, they couldn't be on the bill anymore, right? They weren't vaccinated.
Yeah.
And again, for a band like us, who are, that means we are even more in demand. So like I expected a little bit of extra love when we came back, but it's been really good. And our fans, I got to really thank the people who have been showing up to these shows. It's just been amazing. We missed you guys, and so nice to see that you guys missed us too.
Well, and you know what? I'm going to say this as someone that's seen your show, a fan. You got to go see the House of Haunt, because they don't just throw a couple of musicians up on the stage and play music and sing and stuff. It's a whole freaking show. Well, everybody on stage has a costume on. They have the entire stage from left to right, top to bottom, decorated goose and ghouls. They got this crazy surgeon and a wolfman running around doing stuff. Like it's a full out show, and you can tell everybody's having fun, and it's very, very entertaining. I think it's awesome. You guys got to go see them.
Thank you. We're actually still kind of hurting because our stage performers have all these bits that require people from the audience. Like we usually pull people's arms off and pull out their guts, and we have a couple other things.
Yeah.
To crucify them. But right now we can't do that. So we're still not completely back to regular time.
But it was pretty good. You guys did well.
Yeah.
You know, your surgeon ran around and squirted disinfectant in everybody's hands. Like there's still that audience participation.
Right.
It's just a little different.
Because she always wears, even pre-COVID, she wore a mask, so it's all right for her to interact. But we would love to get people back up on people who are going to the show back up on stage. You know, killing them on stage. That would be excellent. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to that day. Hopefully, it's not too far away. But for now, we've been thinking outside the box, and we've got a few things in store. I don't want to give it away because part of the show is like you got to go if you want to know.
And who are you on stage? The man in the ditch. Who are you on stage?
I'm Fang by day. The guy you're talking about, he doesn't live here. His name's Fang by night.
Ah. And what does he play on stage?
That guy, when he's not hammered drunk, he plays the guitar and he sings.
Nice.
And he works a bunch of foot pedals and
Yeah.
There's
because I know there was like a goblin in the back playing the drums and some skull dude playing the bass.
There's an executioner, a skull, and the guy who got all these guys, the Red Duke, who got all these guys from different deities and traded his soul to all different ones.
So about the Red Duke, we've been thinking our next show is actually a birthday show for both Skull and Anastasia.
Oh.
And no, Anastasia.
Nice.
I said it right the first time. Her birthday is on the 12th of October, and I think Skulls is. He's gonna, if he's listening. I know I'm gonna get it wrong. I know it's early October. It's like the 4th, the 5th, something like that. The 6th.
So it's October anyway.
Early October, yeah. So we decided we were gonna have a birthday party for them, and we've been thinking of gags, and we were like, okay, well, what can we do? And it's got to be mostly stuff that we do with each other on the stage, because again, we can't bring up other people. And we were like, okay, well, what if we did this thing? Fang by Night's fairly busy, so it's not like he could put his guitar down or or step away from the microphone or something like that. So the only real person who can kind of put their instrument down is the Red Duke, because he's playing keys, right? He's got nothing attached, no cables, no. And we're like, okay, well, we'll get the Red Duke to give a gift to Anesthesia. We're like, well, how funny would it be if it was like the Dick in the Box thing, right? Like, and then she could be like, oh, nobody wants that, and stuff like that. And then we realized it's like, oh, that can't work. He wears a fucking sarong. There's no belt. There's nowhere to hook it.
Yeah.
So, the hell with that. Now I don't know. We got to think of some other ideas.
You'll come up with something. So, for our fans out there, like Patrick here, got to see House of Haunt. Do you guys have anything online, like on Facebook or YouTube anything that people can go check out?
Absolutely. We have a Facebook page. We have an Instagram page. I believe we have a Twitter page. We're on Bandcamp. If you want to find our music, best place to look is Bandcamp. It's all there.
Free Fridays. Oh, they don't do that anymore. Sorry.
Oh, they don't?
No, I don't think. I haven't seen it for a while, but they did it for 2 years.
Yeah, fair enough.
Which was, and I still kudos to Bandcamp for, they did the first Friday of every month was free. Free, like they gave all the money to the artists. Yeah, they didn't take a cut.
Okay.
You can also go on our website, thehouseofhaunt.com. Or you can just
the Heikadelic show says laugh out loud.
Johnny, it must be.
What was that in response to?
I don't know.
House of Haunt.
Oh, you're laughing at me now, are you? All right, fair enough. Okay.
I'm guessing that's Ringo.
Oh yeah, okay.
Good boy.
You can find us on Spotify as well, but I'm going to tell you right now, I am not a fan of Spotify. I don't know any musician who's actually a fan of Spotify.
No.
Well, Spotify, as we've learned listening to like Alan Cross and Rudy Blair's, they're like, we got to stop looking at Spotify as crap and look at it as the new radio. That's where more people are getting streamed, and it's not about how much you get paid, but who hears you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To get your name out there.
Does suck.
Because I know, like, see, right now I asked where can people go to see you or hear you? So you got to just go on Facebook or YouTube and type in House of Haunt, and hopefully they come up, and then you can watch whatever you guys got going there, right?
Or you can go to the House of Haunt. No, wait, look right down there underneath.
Right on the bottom.
Haunt.com.
.com.
And right down there.
So, question, like as a musician, because like live gig or whatever, in the deepest, darkest depths of lockdown, how did you stay motivated? Because I certainly felt sometimes like I'm never going to gig again.
This works.
Yeah, I did a lot of that.
I can tell you honestly, it was a very dark time, George.
I know. I was part of it. I must thought, well, I'm never gonna, the speakers and what have you. I've got, because I'm a DJ, right? I thought I'm never gonna.
And George didn't have a gig for what, 70-something weeks?
78 weeks. 78 weeks.
Like
one like a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Right?
You probably would have found me swinging from a rope in a barn or something, but
I mean, I
was
thought
on a piece of wood though, not this way.
I thought by Christmas of last year things would be up and running again, and when that didn't happen, I thought, oh shit. So how did you cope with it?
Probably the same way that a lot of people did. I mean, I just took it a day at a time. I didn't touch music for a long time. Yeah. It really stunk. Like you when you're busy, you keep dreaming of, oh, I wish I had all this time on my hands because then I could write music and stuff like that. But when there was a question of, if I write this, am I ever actually going to play it? Or when am I going to play it? It just takes it all out of you. I couldn't write. And I know guys did. They put out, they even recorded full albums and put them out knowing they never.
Not many did though. Everybody was like, oh, I'm working on new stuff. But honestly, not many really did. There is a few. And a lot of stuff that I found was solo.
Yeah, and I did. That's the other thing I did was I was on here a few months ago talking about the solo album that I still haven't released yet, and I will one day. But I did when things started to look a little bit better, when we kind of knew, maybe it was the summer or maybe it have to be the fall. But then I started doing some solo writing, and it went well. In fact, one of my goals over the summer was to do the recording, and I was really happy to do it just myself.
Is there a specific way you write? Do you go into a little room, or do you just wake up at night and something comes in? Or
someone will usually say something to me, like it'll be one sentence, or not necessarily say it to me, but I'll pick up somewhere, whether it's from television or whatever's going on, and I'll say, that's the song. If I've got one line, I can probably write a whole song out of it. In fact, actually, I was looking at some R.L. Stine interviews the other day because I've been reading through his books again because I'm a Goosebumps fan. And he was like, all his books are from one line. He's like, I get the idea for the title, and then I just work from there. And I feel like that's a great way to work. That's the way I kind of work too.
Oh, okay. And you can be anywhere then. You can be on a,
Yeah.
Absolutely. And someone says something, boom. That could be a song.
I'll write it down, and then when I get home, I'll pick up my guitar.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. Cool.
So do you have any shows coming up?
We got a couple comments there from the Heikadelic show.
Yeah. One he was ripping on George a little bit. Yeah, George, the difference is the house on it has talent.
Hey, I never said I had talent,
Man, I've wanted to DJ though. Don't put down DJs. That's a good gig. That's a good gig, George. And I'm sure it's a good gig.
Yeah. Well, actually, the funny thing is, I love playing with bands, and I'll tell you a story quickly. When I was playing at the CN Tower in Toronto at the night, well, it wasn't a nightclub anymore. They changed it into this lounge, and there was this band up there, right? And whenever I used to walk in a room back in the day, even any day, the first thing I'll do is go to the band and say, "What's your set list? Show me your set list." And I'll go through it. I want to make sure I don't play any of that. Right. Whatever happens, And so I'm up there, and this particular band was playing, and I did the usual stuff. And then about a month later, the president of the CN Tower, who was a new guy there, came up to me, knew me as a DJ, because I used to get involved in daytime stuff. I'd be sat in the boardroom, on like marketing meetings. And he said, "Oh, like, I got a really good compliment about you. Like, Danny Marks is a really good friend of mine." Now, Danny Marks is well known around Toronto. I think he still is. And he said that you were very complimentary with the band and a real pro. I thought, there you go. You treat people with respect, and you never know who's listening or watching. So I've always respected bands, whether it's in a bar or a wedding or wherever. And that's, But I know there's guys that will try to outdo a band, which is just a no-no. I'm sure you've come across those gigs when the DJ.
Yeah, I got a story about that.
Have you?
Yeah, we were playing. What do they call those nights at the ROM where they open it up to booze and parties?
Oh.
I can't remember. It's once a month. Night at the ROM or something like that.
Yeah. I've done private stuff at the ROM. That's a cool place to play.
Oh, it was amazing. That was such a dream come true. So we get booked to play their October show. It wasn't Halloween, but it was close enough that like people were doing the Halloween stuff. Probably the weekend before Halloween.
Right.
And we get billed to play, and what an odd spot to play. We were like, okay, we do this. We hand out candy. And they're like, no hand out candy. They could put it they could take it out of their mouth and they could stick it to the bottom of one of the paintings or some exhibits. Yeah. Okay. Well, we throw out balloons. No. You can't throw out balloons because those could damage the exhibits. And we're like, balloons can damage. So like we went through all the things we did, and they're like, no, none of that. No fun. Right. And they tell us we're playing, I don't know, it was like a half hour, maybe it was 40 minutes, but whatever. And then a DJ came on after us, and he was so rude. We were like, we finish. And I don't know if you guys seen us. We do really quick teardowns, especially for the amount of stuff we have. Yeah. We do our changeovers and our teardowns. If they're not within 6-7 minutes, that's a big failure for us because. Wow.
Well, that's really quick.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it's because we've done it so many times, right? Everybody has a job, and you don't talk to anybody. You get it off the stage. And this guy was like pushing us pushing us. Get off the seat. This is my time. You should have stopped when you said you had 30 minutes. You should have played for 5 minutes and then teared down.
Oh wow.
We're like, fuck off, buddy. Like, everybody here enjoyed the music. You can wait the two, and really, what do you want to do? Just go up and hit play or whatever, or
you can play your shit while we're tearing down.
Exactly. So that particular DJ was not very nice. I've met a lot that have been nice and very professional and good for them.
No, you don't need that. You don't need that whatsoever. Yeah. Well,
why would you want to make a scene like that at the ROM?
Yeah, because you're a dick.
Well, this is like my big break, I'm going to play with Deadmau5 next week.
Yeah.
But it's really weird. I mean, we mentioned teardown there because, like, everyone goes, the place is empty, and you're wheeling your gear out.
Well, it wasn't. Sorry, that's not what I meant by teardown. I didn't mean it was the end of the night. I mean, we finished our set, and then, like, it was let's say it was 11, and the event ended at 1. So, like, the DJ was going to take over for the rest of the night. But he didn't want us to take up any of his time. Like, I was set. This was my time block for my DJ.
Well, I'd be quite the opposite. Go, guys, do you want to do an encore? It means I have to.
Right?
Yeah.
Seriously, go. It's a good band. The people are liking it. Carry on.
If the people who are watching and listening are having a good time, it's a success. Don't shout at nobody.
No. But I mean, to me, the weird thing is, I mean, I've done it in different places, but the ROM, it's like 2:00 in the morning, and then you're going past like the dinosaur skeleton, and you're going past. An Egyptian tomb with your gear, and there's a security guard there with you, making sure you don't pinch anything.
We had, that was the other real excellent thing about the ROM is they put on, it was like those generic, you get them at any club you go to, the bracelet, the paper bracelet, right?
Right. Okay.
We had orange ones on, and I'm telling you, we could have robbed the ROM blind. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why that little bracelet gave us the right to do basically whatever we wanted, but like. They come up to us. You're not supposed to wear a mask. The rule was no full face masks at their Halloween event. But of course, we have them. And we got stopped by every guy. And then once they saw the bracelet, they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. You go ahead. Your talent. You go ahead." Or like we go into, what was it? One time we were like, we want to go up to the Egyptian exhibit to get a picture of Fang by Night with an actual mummy. And they're like, "Oh, well, we closed the exhibits a half hour ago." And we were like, "Okay, let's go. We'll take you up there. You need to get that photograph."
Wow.
And like, just like we went out a do not exit, whatever, and there was a cop there, and he's like, and we were like, "Okay, you're good." Like,
wow.
It was hilarious.
You guys should have stayed there all night because then you would have seen all the statues and everything come to life. You could have played with King Tut.
Yeah.
Our green room was in an active like research room where they had new artifacts that they were cleaning up or whatever they do.
Really?
Oh yeah. And we were like these cabinets got to be locked, right? Nope, they're wide open, and like these things are small enough we could just stick them in and we looked for like cameras, we looked for we could have robbed them blind, man. We could have gone out with $1 million in our pockets.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how it goes to
Wild.
If you're listening, ROM, we didn't. We were good, okay?
Good guys.
But they're just saying your security sucks.
Not when you have the bracelet.
No, it was the bracelet, right? Like
here's to that.
And it's funny too, because like any Joe Schmo knows, it's those they're just paper bracelets. You can get them anywhere. What happens when some guy just shows up with a bracelet? Like if you want to rob the ROM, I'm telling you now, wear one of those bracelets.
Yeah.
Go out and get like all the colors of the rainbow. Sit outside the ROM, kind of watch for what color they're wearing, and then there you go.
Wow.
Done.
Someone's going to go.
Now
and
you
do
know how
that
to
now.
rob the ROM. Thanks to Matt.
Man, oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy the places like this job gets you, right? It's just unbelievable.
That's good stories, though.
Yeah. I played AGO as well. They used to play, was not a regular gig, but when you're on the vendors list or whatever they call it these days. But this was back in the 90s, right? It was a bit more lax then than it was probably when you played there. But it was unbelievable.
One thing that I found it took a little bit to get used to is like because I wear a mask, people have no idea who I am. And especially when I was very first in the band, started with the band, like I could be talking to people and they're like, "Hey man," or I'll be like, "Hey man, have you seen the new drummer?" No, they got a new drummer, and or yeah, I have, and I'm whatever, right? No idea that I'm the drummer and stuff, right? It's kind of neat.
Yeah, I've had that.
Other times you're like, damn, you don't recognize me? Like, come on, I was the guy who was up there.
What the hell?
I've had the same, and Fangbite only wears like that thing across his nose, so like the eyes are there, the lips, but yeah, people are just like one time I went and I was like, let's do a big photo with all the bands that played tonight, and they got them together, and I show up and he's like, oh yeah, you can come in here. I know you're just a fan, but come on, get in here, everybody's part of this, and I'm like, I played tonight. Like, he had no idea.
Oh, that's funny. That's cool.
And the second hardest thing that I find now about playing is having people sit. That to me is so weird because it's an interactive band, and to have people just sitting in a chair and woohoo, it's not the same as coming up on stage and smelling sweat and.
Yeah, I feel like that meme of thanks Bobby for showing up tonight. Like that is that one guy because nobody's up in front of the stage. It's really weird.
And I'd just like to say that we've been playing bars at 50% capacity long before COVID was cool.
Well, I think it's interesting that the Blue Jays in the last 7 games or 8 games that they've got increases to 30,000. Now, come on, there's got to be some.
How's that work?
Well, what does the dome hold? It's got to be 35, 40.
No, it's more than that. It's like 48, almost 50,000. Maybe it's slightly over 50, isn't it? But I mean, the fact that we're now allowed 30,000 people in one spot.
So they're like, like 2/3 to 3/4 capacity, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. So, if they can do it, let's start looking
but aren't they also doing the vaccine passport now?
Well, yeah, it'd be like everywhere, right? So
So I mean, that could contribute to why their numbers are going up because only the fully vaccinated are there.
No, it's because it's because they're not in the playoffs. Sorry, I'm using the wrong. But they're in a chance for the wild card game. So they've had a limit of 15,000 since they opened it up. But for this starting tomorrow night, it's 30,000.
I guess money talks.
Yeah, but
it does.
Because where else can we have 30,000 people again then? I mean, free passport, wear your mask if you want to or don't want to, and let's let 30,000 people have a good time again. Whether it's baseball or something else next month.
But no, you're right. Money talks, because why is it that if you want to go to Walmart, you don't have to show a vaccine passport?
Well, how about little things?
Oh, like, I went there. Oh no!
Don't go there.
No, but how about the kids? Right, kids in class. Like kids in class have to wear a mask, sit at their desk by themselves.
Yeah.
But if they were in a restaurant, they could sit at a table with 10 people and not have masks on, as long as like the teacher had a mask.
The mask.
Well, those are supposedly, if you sit in a restaurant, the people you're sitting with are people you came in with. They're not general public. You come in as a group. They're guessing you all know each other, but everywhere we went in the Sioux, we had to show a piece of ID and our passport to even just get in. So, and I think that's everywhere now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a new thing. So I know there's a lot of people. I even know fans that are listening tonight are not vaccinated, don't want to get vaccinated, are scared to get vaccinated, whatever the case may be. But you're going to lose out on doing things you like doing, going to movies, going out for dinner, going to see bands play, like all that.
Worth losing all of that?
Yeah, I know, but the one nurse that I talked to, she said it's very, very simple. She believes in people getting vaccinated, but she understands why people are scared and upset is because the government has not been televising on the news or radio or anything about positive things about getting vaccinated and how well it's working and new developments. Mm-hmm. They're not saying shit. All they're doing is get it done, save lives, blah, blah, blah. It's just
when
crap.
When has the government ever See, everybody's like, oh, the government, they wouldn't want to harm their people. But when have they not? They've always put their people in danger. They've always done stuff. And you find out 25 years later or 50 years later, oh, hey, like if the government really, really didn't want people to die,
but what about
they would feed everybody, like, instead of,
but you
I don't even want to bring up the
What
election
about,
that we just had, but that $600 million could have went to a lot of homeless people or hungry people. You know what I mean? Like,
that $610 million was completely wasted. It did absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And in the debates, I got beyond angry. I lost my shit because Trudeau stood in front of everybody and said, you know, he was bashing the PC party, saying, how dare they let all those anti-vaxxers come into the general public and endanger us? Mm-hmm. That is the biggest crock of shit ever, because anti-vaxxers and people that are vaccinated are absolutely no different. They all carry the virus. Mm-hmm. The only thing this damn vaccine does is it protects the person, the one person that got the shot. That's what it does. It protects you. That's
Stop you from dying.
Well, the one thing I took, and I don't want to go down this political rabbit hole, but
it is. It's a big rabbit hole.
What I took from this election, all right, put everything aside, is like nobody, the people have spoken. We don't want one party telling us what to do. We want, it's another government. They're going to have to ask them, and they're going to have to ask them, and make decisions from that. So that's the one positive I drew from this. I thought,
well, and that was the whole idea.
Yeah, the sooner it gets recognised, the better. You know, that's that one party can't have whatever.
They can't have free reign. They can't have a majority and have free reign to do what they want. That would be a disaster.
Then, right?
Yeah, so that's what I took from it, and it got reinforced this time. Right, we don't want one particular red or blue or green or yellow to tell us what we're going to do. No, we want a few of you there.
That's right.
Talk about this and then come up with a sensible answer, and move forward.
People aren't sensible because red is still in, but at least it's a minority, which is good. Yeah. So they don't have say, like you said. The other colors can come in and they have say as well.
I'm surprised they did an election before COVID was over. That just seemed to me like.
Well, that was the asshole leader of the Red Party that wanted this because he thought he had the upswing. No, he thought he had the upswing. Yeah, but he thought, okay, man, if I get in now and get a majority, I'm going to get 2 extra years.
It's not like the other parties were like, that's a bad idea. No, they were in on it too. They're like, they were happy to have an election and another shot.
They had hopes, right? They had hopes things might change.
Yeah,
they thought the public might change their opinion because things have changed out in the general public, right? But it wasn't enough.
But imagine holding an election during like a war or during an election.
It's totally fucked up.
Speaking of the block here, I don't know much about.
I got to talk about the block. Just
why are they under their own nation?
Let it go, Patrick.
They have been given their own. They are declared their own nation. Quebec now has their own nation. So we have a nation inside of a nation. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
And why did Trudeau allow that?
Did I miss something in the news recently?
Maybe. Yeah.
About well, anyways, when I was deciding on who to vote today or who to vote for, I'm not gonna say who I voted for. It's not important.
Right.
I went to each of their websites and I looked at their what they were gonna do with their policies. And it was like the Bloc, environmentalism, hasn't released. It was the day before election day. Hasn't released a plan. The Bloc, immigration, hasn't released a plan. The Bloc, military, hasn't released a plan. How is that a national party? Why can't we be done with this?
It's because they're not a national party.
No, but they run in the federal election. Like
I know they do. They're trying.
He didn't want to win. He's like, I have no, absolutely no. I can't
see. And this is why we don't talk politics because it gets crazy.
Well, I mean, I just want to know, just say it's silly. Please stop giving to the Bloc Québécois as a party member, like, because they're not developing plans for a national plan. If they want to do a provincial party, great. If they want to run municipalities, great. But like, let's get them off. Let's stop wasting money on the Bloc Québécois.
Oh, by the way, this just came into my head. Keisha, if you're listening, you sure kicked the shit out of the blueberry cheesecake. Oh my God. I left an entire blueberry cheesecake in the fridge and there was a piece left.
That's no problem.
Not saying anything bad here, but oh my God.
So George.
Yeah.
Let's get off some politics here, and
yes,
you got to give us a little hint.
All right,
come on, the backside.
You want to see the backside? It was 1981 because was it Tams was asking? It was actually 1981.
Yeah. Tams.
Okay. Come on, Tamara, you could do this. Come on, you know who this is.
Let's see if I can do this. It might be better. Hang on.
So you got it. You got to guess.
Yeah. All right. See if that. No, it's still there.
You got a reflection off your screen. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, here I'm gonna do this.
Derek's trying to read the song titles down here.
I'm trying to make it bigger and bigger
and bigger, and get your magnifying glass out. All right. So they are not from the UK. They are not from the States, America.
They're not from America?
So are they from Canada?
Canadian, or are they Australian?
They are not from Australia, and they are not from Canada.
Oh my God.
The continent. I want the continent, at least.
Europe.
Okay, it's Rammstein from Germany.
Actually, this was their last album, as I said, but they're about to release an album in November. They got back together again, and they are doing a virtual thing. I think it's going to go on tour at some point as well.
Oh, is it ABBA?
Is it ABBA?
Is it ABBA? Yeah.
Is it ABBA?
Oh my God,
Derek.
Yeah.
Derek reckons it's ABBA. Let's have a listen to the buzzer.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That was a good try.
All right, ABBA.
The Visitors. Yeah, they're back
together. All right. We'll
An
try it again later in the show.
As soon as you said they were doing a virtual tour, I was like, oh my God, ABBA's so out of shape they can't tour again, so they're doing it virtually.
Yeah. In November and 3rd or something, the album gets released. There's a single out now already.
I'm surprised they're not doing a hologram.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of out of shape, my finger's getting tired. I need a hand opening this, George.
Oh.
Okay. Where are we?
Cheers to all you fans.
When are you guys going to do a shotgun? Just saying, you can spice the show up a bit.
Oh, spice it up, yeah. We were just talking about that. We should see what the fans think. We're talking about having a show where we do shots and drinks and just get freaking annihilated.
Well, George went. George had to leave.
Yeah, he had to go fill up his drink.
So, Keisha, you ate the whole rack of ribs too? Good for you, girl.
Yeah, a 3-pound rack of ribs.
Wow.
Yeah, see, that's how I treat people that come to our house. I give them lots of food.
Now,
and dessert.
Schedule me for next weekend.
Smothered in sauce?
All right. Hey?
Do you like dry ribs or do you like the smothered in sauce?
These ones were smothered in sauce.
Yeah.
They're smoked, slow smoked for hours and hours.
You have a smoker?
And then covered in a homemade barbecue sauce.
I'm a midnight toker.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I when I was eating meat, I really liked beef ribs. I found pork ribs hurt me.
Yes.
Right? So
these are beef ribs.
Yeah, nice big. So you feel like you're eating a dinosaur.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
So
ribs. Oh,
yeah. Speaking of food.
Yeah.
John, if you're still listening, he knows what I'm talking about. Our trip out to the zoo. We looked up
the zoo animals.
Pretty much. Yep.
I licked the tinfoil clean.
I bet she did. Oh man, that's awesome. Glad you enjoyed it. We researched all the restaurants in the Sioux. Like, there's not a ton, but there's a good amount. So, excluding all the cheaper, lower end fast food type places, we wanted restaurants. So I found this great place online. The food looked awesome. The drinks looked great. There was local stuff. So we picked it. It was called the Boiler Room. And now it is inside this giant building. It used to be a part of, I think, the pulp mill or something like that. And it's called the Machine Shop. So there's 5 different restaurants in there, all off the same kitchen.
Nice.
Very disappointing.
5 restaurants off the same kitchen?
Wow. Yeah. Wow. They're like, it's a giant restaurant with 5 rooms, and each room has its own name because it's a different part of the building.
Yeah.
Like there was the boiler room, there was the pipe fitting room.
Boiler room was up on the mezzanine, right?
Yeah. Steam fitters, all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Disappointed.
Why?
It took us an hour to get a beer.
Oh.
And it took us over 2 hours to get our food. And the stone oven pizza was supposed to be really good there. And the pizza was even burnt. So it's like, holy fuck.
And you waited 2 hours for a pizza?
Yeah, pretty bad, eh?
Like,
well, we were at the verge because the beer had like that much left in it. I said, when my beer's gone, we're leaving. And then I saw her coming. It's like, all right. So, and then we heard from other people in town that, it's very common there that you got to wait an hour and a half to get your food. So
that's crazy. That's
just the bad point. But we found a place. It's called Mulligan's Irish Pub. Oh my God. The people, the staff were amazing. The food was dynamite. The beers were great. What a place to go. So if you're up in the Sioux, check out Mulligan's Irish Pub. I wanted to. They had so many good things. I almost went for the fish and chips. There's other good stuff on the menu, right? My wife got the fish and chips. She said it was awesome. But I wanted to go a little Irish. So I got, what did they call it again? No, I'd never eat that shit. I tried it once.
Oh, no. Sorry. Right now,
haggis.
Haggis is really good. My friend used to own the fish and chips place in Burlington. He did a haggis night. It rocked. Haggis is much better than you think it is.
That's not Irish. That's
I tried it.
Oh, well, whatever. Fine.
Yeah, I tried it.
I love haggis.
I did. I can't remember what they called it, but it was almost like they put all the meat and vegetables and gravy and everything in the bottom. And they cover it in mashed potatoes and they bake it in the oven.
Shepherd's pie.
They called it something else, but it was similar to that. Yeah. It was really good. Really good.
But I better tell you what, Heiko, you didn't have a Guinness in an Irish pub called Mulligan's, did you?
No. Not a chance.
A harp?
Didn't I tell you guys that Guinness is not beer?
Yes, many times. Many times.
Hey, George.
I did have a stout there, which was awesome. But it was German. And I did have a red beer, which was local, and it was awesome as well.
You know what used to drive me nuts when I lived in England before I moved? It's like people would go from England, right, to mainland Europe, to Spain, to Italy, to Mallorca, to Portugal on holiday, and they would they wouldn't drink anything local. They'd go and, find somewhere that had Wilson's bitter on the go. I thought, well, stay at home then. You know what I mean? If you're going to go all
and that's what we do. Every place we went to, we asked for their local beer first.
Yeah.
What do you got? You got a stout. You got an amber. You got a red. We want to try your local beers, right?
Yeah.
And the local food.
And then I'll tell you, I found the best place to go for breakfast in Sault Ste. Marie, and it's called the Breakfast Pig.
Nice.
Yeah. So I just wrote one thing down off the menu for you guys to give you an idea how this we all had amazing breakfast, and we didn't eat lunch. Like, so we snacked all day because the breakfast was so good. Awesome. But they have what they call the breakfast pig omelet. It is 6 eggs, filled with cheddar cheese, pulled pork, bacon, and ham, and it comes with a big side order of poutine.
Oh, right.
That's
Yeah.
breakfast. Breakfast.
Poutine for breakfast. Oh man.
Champions.
My buddy John had chicken waffles. They had waffles with chicken on top. Breakfast, right? It's just amazing. Great stuff. So if you're ever out in Sault Ste. Marie, you want an awesome breakfast, go to the Breakfast Pig.
The breakfast, yeah.
The Breakfast Pig. You got it, buddy.
We was up north in Midland, and we went to this place called Stacked. Now there's one place called Stackers and another place called Stacked. They're both pancake houses, right?
That is Stacked. I've seen Stacked here in Burlington, isn't that?
Yes, there is one. Yeah. Anyway, so we went to the original one up in the area. I think it's Stackers, and they had an omelet, and it was like a Greek omelet. So I'm like, well, I'll have that, and I'll also have 3 eggs on the side, right? And she's like, "Oh, I'm not sure you want to do that." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "Oh, our omelets are 7-egg omelets."
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Like, holy crap! So I ended up just getting 2 eggs on the side instead of 3. But, well, I don't know about you. I like home fries. I like crispy home fries.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I also like yolk on my crispy home fries. So
yes. Oh, that's awesome.
I like to crack an egg on it. You're not crack an egg on it, but break my egg open on it, right?
Yep.
And yeah, that's
you get an over easy, put it on your taters and bust it.
Yeah, I get a sunny side up.
Yeah, that's what I do too. Or sometimes, or over easy.
Get my toast in it.
So George,
yeah,
I'm getting hungry
lately. Yeah, I know. Do you have any other trivia that might be lying around?
Not really.
No,
we've not really done it for a while. But I
know that's why I was wondering if you had your voice.
I know. There's
okay, hold on.
But I just
what? There was a famous death today. Famous death today. Who was
today?
It? Today. Not.
Hang on.
Not today. Today, like in history, there was a famous death today.
Oh.
So we got to do a little shot for him, but you got to guess who it is.
September the.
And don't just Google it if you want. I suppose.
What's the 27th today, right? 27th.
On today's date.
American band. American band.
American band.
What decade are we talking about here?
Well, we're talking.
They were in
80s.
the 80s. Okay.
Oh.
80s. Who died?
A lot of people died in the 80s.
I think he died.
No. Oh, he died in the 80s.
No, I don't know if he died. Honestly, I don't know if he died in the 80s.
Oh, the band's from the 80s.
It's an 80 band. And they're still around. They're still around. They went on without this guy.
But he died a long time ago.
Success.
September.
Really?
US band.
They're US band from the 80s. Rock
band.
Metal.
Oh, Cliff Burton.
Cliff Burton.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
To Cliff Burton.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers.
Bass player extraordinaire.
So
my favorite album is Ride the Lightning. And
Ride the Lightning. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mine too.
So a question I always like to ask musical guests like yourself is like, what was the first album or record or whatever, CD in your case probably, that you went out and bought with your own money out of your back pocket? It
was classic Queen, not Queen's greatest hits.
The green one. Is that the green one?
It was the blue one. There was a red, a maroon one, and then there was a navy blue one.
Yeah.
Queen's classic Queen.
All right.
Radio Gaga.
Yeah.
I can't remember all the names, but I was first real band that I was into was Queen. Right. And you can't go wrong with that, really.
No, not at all.
It's downhill from there.
That's a great band to have. Yep, you got it.
Yeah.
George, I'm curious.
Yeah.
Why did you ask it was the first album he bought with money out of his back pocket?
I doubt it was my money, to be honest, though.
Oh, okay. Well,
why does it have to be out of the back pocket? Like I said, I keep all my money in the front pocket, right next to my balls. So why would it be the back pocket?
Well, you know what I mean. Keep their wallet in their back pocket.
It could be in his side pocket, but you know what I mean. I mean, the first record I actually ever owned myself was a Who record. I mean, like I had
Who?
Beatles records, like But you know, it was like my mum and dad bought it because been out shopping and they brought one back or something like that. But the first one I ever went out and bought was by the Who, where it was my own one. Actually, it was in my side pocket, probably in my jacket pocket. So.
There you go. All right.
What was your Heiko? What was your first album, Heiko?
It was Neil Diamond, Hot August Night, the live double album.
Oh, 1972.
Is that the one with
my God.
America?
Huh?
Is that the one with Coming to America?
No, that came later.
No, it's later. It's called Hot August Night.
That's the jazz singer you're thinking of there.
Yeah.
Johnny Tonight.
My favorite Neil Diamond is Solitary Man.
Excellent. Oh, yeah.
Yep. It's on that album. Yeah. But the live version I found was nothing like any of his songs because that he had a live presence that was like another step up.
Yeah.
It was a really awesome album.
Yeah, it was.
Hi, Katie.
It still stands up today when you listen to it. When you think of how long ago that was.
Yeah.
As a live performance, it's just still brilliant, you know. Yeah.
You know what I hate though about Neil Diamond and Neil Diamond fans? What? They play that one song, everybody goes ba ba ba. It's like
Caroline.
Yeah. Why? Why do they do that? That's so fucking wrong.
It drives me nuts. That actually.
I know, it makes me mental. It's like
they do it at sports
stadium. That's not even in the song. Where'd that come from?
No, I know. You know how to put
it
off.
Katie, what are you saying nice to? You just wrote nice. To what?
To me. It was in response to just my presence.
Oh, is it? It's all about you.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say, but yeah.
Okay. He intended it or not.
Yeah.
Derek, what was your first album?
It was the first one I bought with my own money was for one song called Balls. So it was AC/DC.
Oh.
No, it wasn't Balls. It was Big Balls, wasn't it?
Big Balls, sorry.
Yeah, Big Balls.
Big Balls.
Nice one, George.
I bought that, and I never really liked AC/DC, but I loved that song when I was 7 years old. So with my allowance, my $5, I bought it off my neighbor who paid $3.99 for it and wore it out and gave it to me. But yeah, and then because the first one that I actually wanted, like went out and stole from Radio Shack, was Shout at the Devil by Motley Crue.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I figured they could afford it, to miss one album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's come up in another interview we've done. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. He keeps telling everybody he rips off record stores.
Well, no, it was Motley Crue. Come on. They ripped off their fans so badly. I am so pissed off.
You thought you'd just get them back, right?
Well, yeah, I got them back like 30 years ahead of time, but
but you got them back, right?
Well, I got them back ahead of time, yeah.
Good for you. And that's what I appreciate about you.
Whenever a band goes, okay, this is our last tour, we promise we're never coming back again, and then the next year they're like, hey, we're back. No, man, you just ripped off so many people. Because there's people who would never have gone to see you, but they're like, maybe I will go for the $300 a ticket because it's your last time.
Well,
I
saw the Who's last tour back in '82.
Yeah.
And I've seen them about 10 times since.
How many last tours have they had?
No, that was supposed to be the last one. I've seen them like 10 times since then, and more. I don't know. I keep going back more.
Keisha thinks Katie said nice to my burp, but I want to hear it from Katie. Katie, what did you say nice to?
Heiko?
That was a good burp. That was one for the ages.
Yeah, that was not too bad.
It wouldn't happen if Ringo was here.
I don't want to be around when you fart.
Where's Ringo when you need him?
I know, eh?
Even though downstairs, she's got to get another bottle down here. We still got 10 minutes.
It was quite empty when she brought it down.
Yeah. Mine too. Mine was just like leftovers. John helped me drink this, actually, and so did Alana. So did Jody.
Have a little sippy poo to stay warm on a fall trip, right?
Yeah, you got that right. Got to have your Fireball.
Hey, I got a question for you guys.
Hang on. Speaking of Fireball, I saw an ad, and I want one of these so bad. If Keisha's listening, or Lana's listening, or John's listening, they all know about it. I want one for Christmas. And Fireball now has a keg. It's got 115 shots in it.
Yeah.
That's what I want for Christmas, so I can go ice fishing and have my Fireball.
Sitting there for 2 days doing shots.
Oh, man. Woohoo!
So now 3 of you will start. I guess we'll start with Heiko, and then we'll go to George and around.
Okay.
But what is the one alcohol or drink that you can never drink again because you got too smashed when you were younger?
The worst I've ever had was tequila, and that was skiing.
Was it real tequila or like the South?
No, it was just the shit.
Okay.
Just garbage tequila.
There you go.
But it was tequila. I went skiing and I couldn't ski. I didn't know how to ski. My friends took me up. I sound like John Panette right now. I didn't know how to ski. So I gave up. I said, that's it. I couldn't go more than 10 feet without falling on my face, right? So I went and sat in the bar, and all my buddies started buying me tequila shots, right? Just to feel better. And then I had one of these.
Oh,
big,
sorry.
tall...
I thought it was you couldn't ski because you were drunk off of tequila.
No, you wait.
Okay.
So they're hammering me full of tequila shots, and then I bought my own drink. I bought one of these big hot apple ciders with booze in it. And this went on for a little bit. And all of a sudden, I looked at everybody and said, let's go skiing. They're like, what? You can't even get up. I said, no, I want to go skiing. I can ski now. And we went up to the top of the hill. This was at Dagmar.
Oh.
And I got on that ski hill, and I knew if I keep my skis straight and try not to wobble too much, I should be able to stay up on my feet. And I watched all these other people, they kind of bend their knees and lean forward and put their poles up under their armpits. If I do that, I should be able to ski. Well, holy fuck, I skied.
Bombing the hill.
I skied. Oh, I skied. I skied straight. I went down that hill. I skied between two women that were talking. I skied over their skis right between them. And I went down and I smashed right through the big rack everybody puts their skis and poles in when they go in the restaurant. I went through that rack and I hit the fucking chalet.
Yeah.
But I skied. I skied.
Oh,
a success story if I ever heard one.
I just have to bring this up. I used to always take a wineskin skiing to Dagmar. Right?
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I was a Apple Jacks guy back in the day.
Yeah.
And the farthest one over was called the Bomber, and it's the biggest, widest open one. And that's the one that goes like that. And then behind it had a lip, and it was in the parking lot. Well, they raised that quite a bit. So back, I guess it would have been early 90s. It wasn't raised up as much. I bombed that and jumped at the top and landed on a car. You
know what? I know exactly what you're saying because I wound up in the parking lot as well.
Yeah.
And the end of that day, I had a neck brace on.
To me, it's like that sounds like the Griswolds to me. It's like,
oh my God, yeah. So I'm not a tequila guy. No.
That just sounds like a day in the life of Clark Griswold to me.
Yeah. We had hamburgers and shit for relish too. My buddies told me I put my cigarette out in the relish instead of the ashtray. Nice. So it was like, yeah.
So what about you, George? What's your one drink?
There's two actually. The first one was vodka.
Yeah.
Well, this is a long time ago, right? I'm talking like 1972.
Yeah.
Because you're DJing and stuff like that, and you have the beers or whatever. But then I decided it's cooler to drink vodka. You know what I mean? So I'd have a little vodka straight, whatever, nothing in it, but you can drink it with anything you like. So, and it came to my 21st birthday party, right? Well, everyone's buying me vodkas, because they thought that's what I drank.
Of course they are.
Jeez, that was it. I can't remember anything.
I can't
remember anything. Right, so I thought, okay, no more vodkas. But the one that really hurt was whiskey, because it was a christening. It was a family christening going on. What year would this be? This would be like 75, 76. And we're at the christening, and it's the afternoon into the evening kind of thing, and things are winding down, and drinks are running out, and that. And I thought, oh, whiskey, I like the odd whiskey, you know what I mean? So finished off this whiskey. In England, we were drinking whiskey and orange and things like that. I was drinking diluted with, I'm talking with my brother-in-law and blah, blah, blah. And I drove home. I don't know how I drove home. I didn't have very far to go, but I actually drove in the car.
Really?
Drove in the car, and like Liz was furious. She knew I was out of my tree, right? She's absolutely knew. It's like, no, I'm talking, And I remember, like, we didn't have remotes in those days to lock the car. We had to, manually lock it with an old-fashioned key, right? And so I thought, I'm trying to find the lock. Liz had gone into the house. She just left me out on the street, kind of thing, right? And I'm trying to find like the keyhole in the door, right? And like I found it eventually after a while, after a few attempts, and I'm like locked it. I can't straighten up. I can't fucking straighten up here. So I'm like, still got my key in my hand. The front door is just left open for me to walk in, right? Liz is gone upstairs already. I'm like, oh Jesus, like my head, if I lift it, it's killing me. I'm like, walked into the house, doubled over, and then like went to bed. And the next day I woke up and there was like these two little, red hot pinpricks behind each eyeball, just going, and my head was killing me. And I'm like, I had to phone it because I had a day job. Then I thought, I can't make it. I had to phone the boss and say, I was still probably absolutely hammered. I'm sorry, Jerry, I just can't make it in today. There's a christening and my tummy's off kind of thing. I'll see you tomorrow. I thought, that's it. Never going to touch whiskey again.
Oh my God, that's a shame.
Well, Matt,
what was yours?
Well, it would be, if you're talking to me about what I don't want to drink, it'll be gin. I don't like gin, but I don't really have a story about that. But the one
that doesn't count then.
No, I guess that. But the point is that I really shouldn't drink Kraken rum again. It's the one that always sneaks up on me, and I get way too plastered. And, like I'll be like, I'm in the pocket. This is going well. I'm pacing myself. Bam, floor, vomit, all that. But I still drink it whenever it goes on sale. Yeah, I still go back.
So how do you drink your Kraken? Do you have it straight, or do you mix it, or?
So I'll drink it straight, easy enough, because it's really delicious. But if you want an excellent drink that's very, very easy, Kraken rum and milk, which normally you wouldn't see people putting alcohol.
Curdle.
Nope. Try it. It's awesome. It doesn't curdle. In fact, that's more of a myth.
Is it?
Yeah, you can. I think you can put pretty much any alcohol into milk.
No,
it won't. No,
you can't.
Okay,
no. Well, there are some alcohols you can put in milk and it's fine, but other ones you put in and instantly it's a curdle bowl.
Okay, well, rum is not one of those things, or at least dark rum isn't.
Rum you can put in.
Rum punch, which is the same like with people put it in eggnog, no problem, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, try.
I had some problems with rum and eggnog.
I can't do.
My friend's mom, that every Christmas around Christmas time, I would skip school one day and we would drink a 60-pounder with rum and eggnog. And he's like, I don't understand how you guys can do it, but we did that for 4 years through high school.
That would destroy your Kraken's enough to destroy your stomach on its own, but you add in all that sugar from eggnog and I've already got a hangover. Yeah.
So we should all get together one day and get our worst nightmare drinks.
Yeah.
There you go. When you play
and start doing shots.
Well, gentlemen, it is almost 11 o'clock.
Yeah. Wow.
I know that flew, eh? When you talk to a guy you found in the ditch playing his organ.
It's amazing what happens.
He's one of the best guests we've had here.
That's right.
You should go wandering through ditches more often, Derek, and see what you can scrounge up.
The talent out there, you just got to go and find it. So anyone out there wants to book talent, that's the way you do it. You find somebody, right? Right. Promoters, club owners, check out the talent.
Yeah, forget Budweiser stage. Don't go to the Sky Dome. Ditches. That's where it's at.
Oh,
there you go. Look at Look at what Keisha wrote about Kraken. Huh? You see that?
Kraken, it's 40.
I would say, isn't it not 51? I'm pretty damn sure it's 51.
No, Keisha knows her Kraken.
Maybe it is 46.
Keisha knows what's cracking.
You got that right. There you go.
Before we go, a reminder to anybody out there who's still listening and watching, we've got a guest next week.
Oh,
No.
we do?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Are they showing up?
Another guest.
We had one this week, too.
This is my first guest, so he better had.
Our guest turned out that Derek had to get a guy out of the ditch to come in because the guest didn't show.
And if anybody knows any psychics, feel free to send them our way.
You don't have to. You don't have to state it, Derek. They already know.
That's right. They'll go, the Heikadelic show. I'm in your mind. Not going on there.
Well,
okay. Well,
I want to just say that this Friday you can catch the House of Haunt at
in Living Color or Living Color, which is on Tail of the Junction
in Toronto.
Yeah.
So this is I believe their last show in Toronto booked so far for this year.
Yeah, it'll be the only October show you see us in Toronto, so come out.
Well, okay, you guys have a couple of shows set up for the next little bit. Why don't you just quickly fire them out there for the people that are listening so that we know where we can find you.
Let me get my folder out here.
So you hear this, people? You want a great band that dresses up in Halloween costumes. The whole stage is set up. They're a fucking awesome, energetic band. Entertain the shit out of you for the night. Pay attention.
Okay, October 1st at Living Color venue. That's 336 Dundas Street West. We're with Bloody Blue Darlings, great band, and Trick Casket, another great band. And very special, we have Daddy Red, the sword swallowing clown. If you haven't seen this guy, it is definitely worth seeing. He's doing a full kind of set. So more than you would have seen at the Rock Pile if you were at that show.
Yeah, he was at the Rock Pile. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was there as just like a person. We're like, could you swallow a sword? And he's like, yeah, no problem.
You paid to get in.
Yeah, and that's it too. He paid. So October 1st. At Living Color. Then we're back in Roblin or Napanee, Ontario for the Moon Howlers Bash.
Which if you like to party outside with lots of people, a big outdoor venue.
Yeah, with lots of bands. They've got 8 bands performing in one night. I mean, you can't get much better than that.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Especially for the price.
That's right. The price is
$20.
$40.
$40?
$40. That's right, for the whole show.
They have prizes and giveaways and
yes, they do. And
that's $5 a band.
They'll be doing a charity event that night as well, I believe. I can't remember what their challenge was, but they were telling us there was something special about a challenge. Then you can see us in Sarnia at Reaper's Realm, which if you haven't been to Reaper's Realm, forget any other haunted attraction in Ontario or in Manitoba or Quebec or Michigan or whatever, this whole area, go to Reaper's Realm. Even if you don't go on the 29th and 30th to see us. I'd love to see you come see us on 29th and 30th.
They started this weekend.
They're started this weekend. Go to Reaper's Realm. Take that 3-4 hour drive. Go to Reaper's Realm. You won't regret it. It's amazing. I don't want to give too much away. They do a lot more. Like if you think fucking Canada's Wonderlands.
They do scary shit, do they?
Oh yeah.
Okay, fans, write that down. Reaper's Realm.
Yeah,
I'm writing it down right now.
Petrolia? Is that? If I'm not.
It's near Petrolia. Yes.
Yeah.
But I think people won't. When I say Sarnia, I think Sarnia comes up a lot more often than Petrolia does.
Well, see, Petrolia is also Canada's most polluted place.
Oh well, Sarnia is not far behind. In fact, if you go to Sarnia to see Reaper's Realm, make sure you go to, what was it, Centennial Park, Derek?
Yes, and find the Sarnia.
And find the Sarnia frog, the famous, world-famous Sarnia frog.
Yep.
Then you can see us in...
Keisha, what's a Sarnia frog? You lived there. You worked there. What's a Sarnia frog?
That's a story for another time.
Oh, I'm sure he knows about it. It's world-famous. World-famous.
Yeah.
Sarnia
frog.
Could see us November 6th at the Old East, which is in London, Ontario, at 765 Dundas Street West. We're playing with Hank Scorpio, Home at 5, and Heartlet.
Are we playing with Hank Scorpio?
Yeah,
band. Awesome.
I just sent them their pin order.
Nice.
Today in the mail. Sorry it was so late, but you said don't worry about rushing it, so I was very relaxed on sending that order. And then our last, sort of what I would assume is our last show of the year, unless we do something else, which is very likely. We try and do at least one show in December for Krampusnacht. But anyway, so what we have booked right now, the last show is November 20th in Hamilton. We're going back to Hamilton. I had the dying to play Hamilton again. Because right before COVID is when we started hitting the hammer hard again, and we've gotten great response. People in Hamilton are amazing. The whole culture in Hamilton is amazing. Can't believe we haven't played there that in our previous years all that much. We missed out, honestly. The hammer is excellent. And we were
the last band, not the last band because we weren't the last band, but we were the last show.
We were the last show at This Ain't Hollywood. Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
Until it closed. So sorry.
I like Cops Coliseum too.
Yeah.
I actually had an opportunity to play
Great
Cops
place
Coliseum.
to see bands.
It's not called that anymore. It's changed its name. It's the something. It's not called Cops anymore.
No?
No. I've been there since it's changed its name. It's like the First Nations.
It's probably like Rogers Coliseum, seeing as they.
No, it's not corporate. Everything. No, it's not a corporate thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, which is good for a
Yeah, thank God. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, in Hamilton, you can see us at People Under the Staircase. I think it's also called like the Under the Staircase Cafe if you're looking it online. It is extraordinarily limited seating, just because it is. I guess it's more of a cafe, and I know they show.
It's under the staircase. There's not much room.
So if you want,
look at Harry Potter's bedroom. Not much room.
Yeah, no, there's not much room. So if you want tickets, make sure you contact myself. You contact Derek. Derek.
Yeah.
You
No, it's only 2 nights tonight.
Skull or the Red Duke or any of us, or email us because the tickets are. I think the limit is 30, and that includes
what?
Yeah, well, it's a small spot. What can I say? But you'll be lucky to go because that's our only Hamilton show for the rest of the year.
Wow,
exclusive. Yeah.
It's what's available. I tried to get into other bars as well, but I don't know. I don't know what's up.
Cheers to that.
Yeah. Well, we're playing. That's the good news.
Cheers to that.
We have been asked to play Niagara Falls again if we can.
I didn't get that email.
No, I know because I was talking to her personally.
Okay, when you're playing Niagara Falls, are you guys in a barrel or on a raft?
We will definitely be at the bottom of.
I'll be on the Queen.
Maid of the Mist.
Maid of the Mist.
Maid of the Mist.
You can go over the barrel if you want, Heiko.
Okay, yeah, I'm in.
I'll have the tape recorder ready for your epitaph. Fuck, I shouldn't have done this.
I was talking to Christy Hale up at Upper Space in Niagara, and she was just saying that she really wants us to come back.
She's a huge class act. That lady doesn't stop working.
She does so much for indie music, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
All right.
Upper Space, check it out.
Or what's the bar she works at doing karaoke?
I don't know.
Well, check her out, Christy Hales. Excellent for the music scene in Ontario, excellent in Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
People like that are important, right?
Yeah, they are.
It's good to have people like that. So Johnny Ringo wants to play in Niagara Falls.
Great town to play. Great.
What, the casino, or you want to play music, Ringo? Come on. Tell us.
So taking a page out of Derek's book, bit of self promo, switch to Twitch tomorrow night at 10, and I'll see you then in the Atomic Ballroom.
Oh, nice.
10 o'clock tomorrow.
10 o'clock tomorrow night. And back here on the Heikadelic show next Monday, where we get down and dirty at 9:30 with our special guest, Baz Little Rock. His own band, Bon Jovi Tribute. I think he might even do a tune or two. So,
that'd be nice.
So
we're halfway there.
Yeah, we're looking forward to meeting him. We've heard about him now for a while, and he's finally going to be on the show. So,
so hopefully it's not been put off. But
no.
I mean, if the psychic doesn't show up, what can you do?
Yeah.
Hang on. Look at the message. Johnny, no. Keep your freaking pants on. That's it.
He wants to show a backside. That's what it is.
So we need to know what the backside is there, pal.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a good one.
It's ABBA.
It was ABBA. Yeah. That's right.
What?
Johnny Ringo.
It's ABBA.
He's just jealous now. He wishes to show his backside.
What's the name of the album?
At Sundowners.
You haven't been to Sundowners. All right, Heiko.
Well, there's a showstopper.
Yeah.
What was the name of the album?
Katie's attention.
The ABBA album.
Yeah, what's the name of it?
The Visitors.
Ah.
It was the last album they did together.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that one. I used to have all the ABBA albums.
This was she had to be a real ABBA. I used to not tell anybody I was an ABBA fan back in the day.
Ah, gotcha.
I did see him live, but I almost got into a fight with a girl, but that's what happens at ABBA concerts, right?
Well, you know what? It was a very good show. It was very informative. We talked about Sault Ste. Marie, which people don't even know about.
Yeah.
That was good. We found a guy in the ditch and put him on the show just to fill in some space. That was pretty good. He wound up to actually be pretty funny, a drinking buddy who I hope I see again someday.
Yeah, great.
He's actually in a band, House of Haunt, which is pretty amazing. I've seen them.
Good luck with
anybody that wants to see a great band. Look up the dates we told you. You're not going to regret it. Awesome band, excellent show, very interactive with the audience. Let me give you that.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome. I also want to thank the fans that were part of the show today, which would be Todd, Keisha, Tams, John, Patrick, Johnny, and Katie. Nice to have you guys all on the show. Fans from before, new fans, all fans accepted. And we're hoping we'll see you guys next Monday night at 9:30 when we get down and dirty on the Heikadelic Show. See you next week, guys. And the rest of you, you're all rock. You're awesome.
Well, that's another wrap for the Heikadelic Show, folks, so time to get dirty. And don't forget, listen in next week on Monday night and every Monday after that for the Heikadelic Show at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like more information on the Heikadelic Show, please find us at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. We'll see you all next week on the Heikadelic Show. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor for the Heikadelic Show, it's easy. Just send us an email at info@theheikedelicshow.com. Meanwhile, you can browse our website at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. Click on our sponsor tab and find out more information on sponsorships. Thanks for joining the Heikadelic Show, fans.